DocentEDU allows you to follow best practice for teaching vocabulary by allowing students to learn and use vocabulary in context. Let me show you more of what I mean. All I have to do is click on the DocentEDU extension, and up pops my toolbar, which I can use to teach my students vocabulary. The first thing I do is use the highlight tool to bring words to their attention. So for example, all I have to do is click on a word, and then it is highlighted. I can then click on the word again and add a comment. For example, maybe I'm teaching suffixes, and I want my students to notice the suffix on this word. Now when my students click, they will be able to see my comment. The next thing that I can do with the DocentEDU toolbar to teach my students vocabulary is add in questions. Maybe I want to have them use that vocabulary that they have learned right in context. And now my students are going to be using the vocabulary in context, which is best practice. The other thing that I like to do is add in multiple choice questions. For example, maybe I really want my students to know more about this word churning. So I've highlighted the word, then I can add in a question. All I have to do then is mark which answer is correct, and my students are going to get immediate feedback on that vocabulary word. I can embed interactive vocabulary with the DocentEDU sticky notes. So I've created a vocabulary set on this other website. All I have to do is get the embed code. So I just click on More, Embed. It's going to give me this embed code right here. All I have to do is copy. Then when I go back to my lesson, I can decide where I want that vocabulary to be. I want it to be up here at the top. I just click on my sticky note. All I have to do is click Paste, and now that interactive vocabulary is right here in my article, teaching my students vocabulary in context. Another really awesome thing that I like to do with DocentEDU is give students background knowledge. This is a YouTube video I found about prefixes and suffixes, which I happen to be teaching in my lesson. So all I have to do is copy the URL, and then once again I just go to my article, and wherever I want that video to be, I just click on my sticky note. All I have to do is click Paste, and now my YouTube video is right there. DocentEDU allows students to use their own toolbar for active reading. I want students to be able to highlight their own vocabulary words. So I'm going to get a sticky note, and I'm going to type in directions. Once I've assigned this to my students, simply by clicking on the DocentEDU symbol and then Assign, my students are going to be able to use their own toolbar to follow my directions. This little symbol will pop up at the top of my teacher toolbar. I can just click on it, and it will show me the students that have actively read. And now it shows me that my student has followed my direction. They have highlighted words. They have even put their own comments on those highlights and put in their own summary of what they have found. As you can see, DocentEDU has several tools that allow me to teach vocabulary following best practice. And go to DocentEDU.com or your app store to sign up and get DocentEDU today.